In this lesson, we'll continue designing our feature section of the web page. So far, we've made our feature section heading and description, and we've also prepared some of the layers we'll be using for our features. Right now, let's first check we have everything all right here. On a second thought, I see here maybe we could set this to 3 lines of text and maybe just add a bit more spacing in between the heading and the description. So let's make 10 pixels more spacing here and also 10 pixels more spacing here, so our design breathes a bit more. This is fine now. And what we need to do now is first add an icon in here and rename our feature section goes here title. So we'll be actually saying the actual feature that will be here. What I've already done is I found a nice flat icon set we'll be using. You can find the link in the reference files. And what we have here, we'll be using the 3 icons from here. So the first one will be the phone right here, mobile, which will be representing the big screen of our phone. Then we'll be using the camera, which will be representing the nice camera on our phone. And for the last, we'll use this clock, which will be representing the long battery life in our phone. So now let's first take the mobile one and let's place it in here. Oh. Like this. And so we have feature. Let's put this one above the icon background and let's rename it to icon. Also, this is a bit too small, so let's make it bigger. And let's also align it like so. Right now, let's also rename the title we have here. So let's say big screen feature heading, like so. Now what we need to do is we need to duplicate this feature group. So we have 1, we have 2. Now we just also need to redistribute them evenly. So this one goes in the middle and this one goes last. Let's just check the alignment to our grid is right. Okay, should be fine. Let's just rename our layers here. Remember always to keep your layers organized. Now let's start with the middle feature here, or say continue with it. We said we'll be using the camera. And let's select the group with the camera and put it inside here. So the camera should be the second one. The camera, put it here where the icon is. We rename that and we delete the previous one. Let's also resize this one. I think this should be okay. And let's again align it to the middle of our icon background layer. Okay, again we need to rename the feature here. Oh, I see a bit typo, so it's feature with an E. Okay, I'll rename the last two anyway. So we have camera feature heading, and with that we've completed our second column for the feature. Now let's grab the last icon we need, which is the clock, which will be for the battery. Let's put it in here. And the clock up above the icon background. We can delete the previous one and rename this one. Also resize it, of course. Okay, it should be fine. And again, align it. Okay, I think I should be making the phone icon a bit more smaller. If I look at the previous, if I look at the other icons I have, yeah, it's a lot better like this. And again, let's rename the title here, which is battery life feature heading. All right. So with this, we've completed our features. There's one thing still missing, which is the call to action button below here. So let's just take the one we've already made. It's important to have some consistency in your design, so that's why we're having this one here that's already made. It's got the same features, the same rounded rectangle, the border is the same, so that's why I'm going to use this one. Let's duplicate it and put it right here. So now first to organize our layers, the button, and I need to put it in the correct group, so the feature group, like so. Okay, now we also need to change the color. Obviously, this is not acceptable. We'll be using the blue color for the text, this one, and we'll be using the blue color for the border as well. Okay, now all we need to do is to align this like this, and let's say we make we set the margin from our features to 60 pixels like this. And with that, we've completed our lesson, and we've also completed our feature section. We've made 3 columns, one for each feature. We've used some nice flat icons. We've changed the feature heading so it corresponds to the icon, and we've also added a call to action button for the user to click and maybe view something a bit more about the features, or maybe even order our product. Now let's just save this and we're done.